Hey everyone, it's Amy from Scrapmasters Paradise, and today I'm going to show you guys my kit for January. I am going to try my best to just scrap my stash for this year. I did a pretty good job of it last year, but I still have tons. And so I decided to do the Kill a Kit or Scrap My Stash Kit. I don't know what you guys want to call it, but it's basically you go through your own supplies, you pick out things that sort of coordinate or things that you've had in your stash for a while, and you challenge yourself to use those. And so I'm going to stick with just setting up my own monthly kit for as long as I can do this. For one, for as long as my supplies allow, but also hopefully at least 6 months out of this year. So I'm really hoping to go the full year. I don't know if my supplies will last that long. And so this is going to be walking through my January kit. It's some things that are really, really old, some things that just need to be used up that haven't really been touched. And so I pulled out papers, I pulled out larger packs of things, and I also pulled out looser embellishments. I have these little drawers, and people always comment on these drawers. They are from the Target dollar section. I got these, gosh, now like 3 years ago. They're just little cardboard, you know, things wrapped with colorful paper, and I love them. I have them sitting on my desk, and actually I just took the drawers out of 2 of them and put my Copics in them too. So my Copics are sitting here in similar little containers right on the edge of my desk. But I ended up putting a set of January, February, and March embellishments together. I don't have the February and March ones divided out quite as well as the January ones, but the January ones are good to go. And so for this month, I have quite a big kit. I may be too ambitious. The goal is to try to use up as much of this during the month as possible. And I also picked out a couple of stamp sets that I want to concentrate on. I have a ton of stamps that work really well for scrapbooking and also for Project Lifing, and I want to start using those again. So I ended up pulling out some stamps. I also have a bunch of loose embellishments in here, and so we're just gonna kind of walk through everything. I definitely don't know where everything is from. Even if I do know where something's from, I probably don't have a link to it. So this is just gonna show you guys my starting point. I'll see how much I can get through this month. So first off, I have some stamp sets by Elle Studio. This one is Live, Laugh, Love. And then I have the Stanley alphabet. So this is 2 different ones, the outline and the solid. I thought these would be cute for just inking up titles. I could also cut around these or do some inking techniques with these just outline ones. So the deal is you can stamp them together. They coordinate really well. And then this one has just a couple of really good elements, like the label, the polka dots, the little doodle hearts, and a couple of things I could use for titles. One of the things I really liked from this set was the little dotted lines. I thought that'd be great to add some journaling directly to the page. So I will try to incorporate those in this month. As far as loose embellishments, I've got stuff from Elle Studio, some really old stuff from older kits. Like these are from that Studio Calico February kit from years and years back that I just absolutely loved. They had marked it on discount and I bought like 5 of the same exact kit, and I just loved these. So I'm gonna try to incorporate some of these gold elements. I picked out some neutral pattern papers in here, so they'll match with that. Also some pinks to go with that. And then this one, I really wanted to just use the golden colored ones. I also have a pack of sequins, and these are, I think, are from Cocoa Daisy. And there were just some different little oranges and golds, all sorts of good colors in there to use. Some Elle Studio tags and Cocoa Daisy tags. I don't know where all these came from, but there's little tags. There's some stuff from Freckled Fawn. I have a few of these little typed up things in here. Also from Freckled Fawn, I have these words, and these are just days of the week. I thought I could add these to one layout all together and just do like a everyday type of layout. And I have some journaling cards from Freckled Fawn. I thought they would be great for journaling. Some notes onto the layouts. Another one that said sweet treats. So this has a lot of baking and sweet treats type papers in here. So I've got a few different elements that go along with that. I also have this sheet that has just one label left. I need to just use that one up. And some frames from Freckled Fawn from years past. And then I don't know where this one came from, but it's really cute. Love You a Latte. I thought I could incorporate that in somewhere. And then I have a bunch of these that I found recently. They're just Avery self-adhesive file folder labels, but they were cute. They had little decorative colors. Some more little wood chips. I'm trying to use some more natural colors this month with the wood chips and the wood grain papers. That one says good vibes. I'm sure I could find uses for some of these things. Also the little Polaroid. I've had that in my stash for a long time. Those are from Freckled Fawn in years past. So this is from Cocoa Daisy. It's a little sticker sheet I never used any of, but I thought some of these little foodie ones would be great. Also, some good labels. So there's just some good things. I'm pretty sure these hearts are from Elle Studio. They're just really cute. I've got a couple of these in here I can use on a layout. And I pulled out some floral pattern papers too, so that little wood chip will be great. This is from Freckled Fawn, but this is all just really old stuff. It's stuff I need to just use and get rid of. I think it'll be a great way to start incorporating some of this. So I also have some of my favorite little adhesive backed trim. This was from Freckled Fawn and I just loved it. I ended up with like 3 or 4 of these and this is my last one. So I'm gonna use that up. I've got a couple more embellishments in here. Some of these puffy sticker borders, I got just 2 of those left. I ended up with like 4 packs of those and I finally used those up. And then these are from Freckled Fawn. And they just have some good sayings on here. Some of them will work great with the baking stuff, like making memories. This one I really like, a great big mess. That'll be a great one to do for a baking thing, my favorite time of the year. That could be good for a holiday themed type of thing. So those will be in there as well. I've got a few sticker embellishments in here, but I pulled out some of these Doodlebug design shapes, and these are from the Cream and Sugar collection. It says down there. They're just various ones of that. I'm sure I have more stickers of these as well, but since I incorporated in baking stuff, I wanted to have these in here. And then some alphas. I've got 2 sets of alphas that just desperately need to be used and then tossed. And then I've got these that came with a kit a long time ago. I don't know where they are actually from. They go with the wood grain theme. And then since I was doing more of a rustic wood grain theme, I thought it would be a great time to use these. These are Jenny Bolin Studio Vintage Black Shadow Alpha stickers. So I've had these for a long time, never have even opened them. So I'll start using those. And then these are from Felicity Jane from a long time ago. And I figure I could squeeze out some titles from this too. And then I pulled out some paper scraps and some patterned papers to work with. And I also set this in here. I have 2 of these Dots and Stripe 8x8 pads. And they are just a really awkward shape. They are too little to go in the 12x12 storage. They're too big to go in the 6x6 storage. And so I just want to start knocking these out. And I could use these for alphas if I want to cut some alphas out. So I thought that'd be a great thing to start just using up. And then I've got some various pattern papers that I've used for things in the past. And I thought they just worked with my little color scheme here. I'll show you guys my papers. We'll kind of spread them out and you can see what color scheme I'm working with here. I've got a couple of odd ones in here, but for the most part they coordinate. For the most part, these papers seem to coordinate really well together with the same kind of color theme. So I've got an Elle Studio, an Echo Park, and then some stickers from various collections. This one also has an alphabet on it. So I've got this one from Made from Scratch from Echo Park. It's just a baking, more vintage style sticker sheet. And then 2 of these from Photo Play paper that are called Fresh Picked. So they're element sheet and then also an alpha sheet. So I thought that alpha would go great with everything. And again, I'm going to try to incorporate some of the baking stuff with these. And then I have some of this double dot orange paper. I thought that'd be great for backgrounds and things. It kind of coordinates with some of the colors in this pack. And then just a distressed solid. This is probably an Echo Park. And then another Echo Park Made from Scratch. It's just a really cute one with a bunch of words as far as baking. And the other side is little jars or canisters. And then a wood grain. This is an Elle Studio. And I inked up this side to do something with it, and then I just didn't like it for the layout that I was making. And so I probably will not use that side. I'll use the wood grain side. And then I cut out some flowers from this. It's from Moments and Memories from Carta Bella. And this is a really old one, and I could also use that side. It goes with my little vintage baking style theme I've got. And so I can cut some more flowers out of this, but I just want to get rid of that one. And some graph paper. That one has words on it that might go with, that could work on either side. That's probably a Carta Bella because it's textured. And then this is from Cocoa Daisy. I just really like the little coffee cups. I don't like this side at all, actually. So I thought I would use that with that latte chipboard. And then since I was looking at vintagey stuff, there's a lot of aquas in here. I have these papers. These are from the Bundle of Joy Echo Park collection from a long time ago, but it's just a vintage style journaling card. And I thought that would be great for some of these as well, since it just kind of incorporates the same colors. This pattern paper, this is from my Mind's Eye, I'm pretty sure, but it's years and years old. It's just a piece. And then I've got this one, also Echo Park from Sweet Girl, and I love this one. I've used this one on something else before, and one of my favorite pattern papers of theirs was this pattern paper from a long, long time ago. And so I thought that would be a great one to have as a background for a layout. And then I've got this one, Maddie Holmes Shine, and I don't know if I ordered this one on my own or if it came with something, but I love this look. And so that side's also pretty, but this one I plan on using maybe as a background for something. I really liked it. And then the last one I plan on using as a background is this Crate Paper Craft Market. It has this really beautiful gold on it, and that's where I got the idea to use some of the gold elements. And so I'm going to use that one hopefully as a background as well. So for sure I want to use these three as backgrounds for things, and then the rest for elements. And I thought this one would be a great background as well because it's kind of plain and it would work really well with some of these pattern papers. So in here I've got some wood grains, some vintage style things. Not all of this is right up my alley. Usually I use really bright things, but I think it'll be a fun challenge to incorporate some of this with some of these pops of color that I have. Got my pops of color back there, and then more of like the vintage muted colors in some of this. I really love this paper here. I don't usually tend to go towards gold, but I just really like that paper especially. And then let's see, my pattern paper scraps are also pretty bright pops of color, and so there's the color scheme that I'm working with as far as this kit goes. And I'm really excited to dive in. So today is actually the 30th of December, so I'm getting it set up a little bit before the start of the new year, and then I'm going to challenge myself to use up as much of this as I can to get the layouts done for this month. And I could probably work some of this into my card making goals too. So anyway, I wanted to share this with you guys. I love this idea of shopping your stash. I've seen these stash busting kits, and I really wanted to try this out and challenge myself to do this. I've never done this before. I'm hoping this can be a regular monthly thing for me to start busting through some of my stash, and hopefully by the end of the year I can do a little bit of scrapbook shopping and have a lot less stuff in my room. So I'd encourage you guys to put together your own kit this month and shop your stash with me. I'm really excited to dig into this kit. I pulled out a bunch of good stuff, and I think I'll have a lot of fun with it. So I hope you guys liked this video. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.